And so to the final day. World record holders Steve Cram, Saida Wheater, Patrick Sherbury, Fatima Whitbread, all aiming for gold. A capacity crowd of over 70,000 has come in the sunshine for a day of finals and fun at the World Championships. A day that starts with the relays.
The women's 4x100 meters relay, the favourite in the middle lanes. From the inside, Cuba, Bulgaria, Canada, the USSR in 4, the USA fastest in the heats in lane 5. East Germany led off by the double Olympic, double world champion, Silke Gladish in 6. West Germany in 7 and France in 8. And Silke Gladish is well in the lead for the East Germans at the moment. Alice Brown for the USA, handing on to Diane Williams. The GDR team with Oshkanat running the second leg in the lead from the USA. USSR pressing them well now in third place. On to the second change, and a very slick change indeed for the Americans. Florence Griffith taking over, and she's gaining ground there on the East Germans of Kirsten Behrens. A tremendous run by Florence Griffith, handing over to Pam Marshall on the anchor leg. And Pam Marshall well clear of Marlies Gurr, with the Russians back in third place, and a terrific run this from the Americans. Pam Marshall brings them home to win the gold medal, 41.57. The East Germans in second place, the Soviet Union in third place, the Canadians, I think, in fourth. An absolute delight there as Alice Brown, the lead-off runner, hugs Pam Marshall, who brought them home in the splendid time of 41.57, a championship record. A wonderful run here from Pam Marshall, anchors the USA team to victory. Marlies Gurr brings home GDR in second, and very clear-cut indeed as the Soviet team come home for the bronze medal. So what a terrific performance. We'd looked to the Americans to win, the Olympic champions, now the world champions as well. And the race, I think, was really made particularly by the very slick baton changing and a terrific run round the final bend by Florence Griffith, which gave Pam Marshall the glory leg there. And all four of the team now together: Alice Brown, Diane Williams, Florence Griffith and Pam Marshall. A gold medal for them. They didn't pick up any gold medals in the individual events. Florence Griffith got a silver in the 200. Diane Williams and Pam Marshall just fourth in their events, but collectively they won gold as they set out on their lap of honour. And for once, it wasn't the East Germans. Marlies Gurr ran the anchor leg. She's won so many big championship races. This time she had to settle for the silver, as these Americans were supreme.
The race will be started and finished by two of the fastest men in history. Ben Johnson runs the first leg for the Canadians in lane 4. And Carl Lewis runs the anchor leg for the United States in lane 5. The full lineup is China in 1, Italy 2, USSR 3, Canada in 4, USA in 5, Jamaica in 6, West Germany in 7, Hungary in lane 8. The United States, the reigning world record holders and world champions. But Johnson is certain to give the Canadians a tremendous start. And again, he almost takes the breath away. He's so quick into his running, and he's already up to the American Lee McRae. So a brilliant start for the Canadians. But do they have 3 in the mould of Ben Johnson? Of course not. Lee McNeil running the second leg for the United States, and running it well too. The Canadians in a good position. Victor Brishkin ran well there for the Soviet Union. So it's those 3 clear in the medal positions at the moment. The United States in lane 5, looking good as Carl Lewis takes over. The Soviet Union going strong. Can Lewis hold back that difference? Oh, look at that! Magnificent running by Carl Lewis, and the United States win it from the Soviet Union. 37.90 the time. And Carl Lewis turned it round single-handed. And the great man who won the long jump gold medal magnificently here last night, who took the silver in the 100 meters at the start of these championships, literally won that relay for the United States, because the gap between him and Krylov of the Soviet Union, as he took over for the anchor leg, would have been too much for most sprinters in the world, but not for Carl Lewis.
Krylov, no mean sprinter, takes over for the Soviet Union. And just look at Carl Lewis go into those huge strides. It's a beautiful display of relaxed sprinting, and yet all the time you knew it was almost inevitable. Carl Lewis takes his second gold.
Well, He's had his ups and his downs, hasn't he, in these World Championships, but he has rounded them off with the style that you would expect from one of the world's greatest athletes. So Carl Lewis brings the United States home 4 gold. The silver to the Soviet Union, the bronze to Jamaica.